This video is going to teach you how to play Overload, an expansion for the deck building board game Moonrakers. Overload is all about deck building. More ship parts, more crew, more everything. A quick note before we get started. This video will only cover how to play the expansion, so if you don't know how to play the base game of Moonrakers, head on over to the video linked in the description. First, set up the base game of Moonrakers as you would normally, but with these modifications. Shuffle in all new Overload crew, ship parts, contracts, and objective cards into their respective decks. Then when you reveal the starting 8 contracts, set aside all head-to-head contracts and contracts with more than 2 hazard dice, and then shuffle those back into the draw pile. You'll also need access to all of the Iosphere tokens, as well as each of the 7 new advanced action card types, so place those off to the side. For the most part, Overload functions exactly like the base game of Moonrakers, but there are a few new additions that we'll need to go over. The first are the new advanced action cards. They work exactly like the base action cards, but they're slightly improved. You can gain these advanced action cards in one of 3 ways. First, many of the new ship parts come with these new advanced action cards, which you'll find in the top right of the ship part. Second, you can buy these cards directly from the supply during your buy phase. And third, when gaining a bonus card from a contract, you may choose to gain any one of the advanced action cards instead of a ship part or crew. Overload adds 2 new contract types to the game, Flex and Head-to-Head. Flex contracts have a new requirement type called Flex. All action cards, crew, and abilities that reduce requirements may be used to complete the Flex requirement. On contracts that have a Flex requirement and a non-Flex requirement, you can't double dip. So for example, if you use a thruster card to complete this thruster requirement, it would not count towards the Flex requirement. Then we have head-to-head contracts. Head-to-head contracts work differently from base game contracts. If a mission leader selects one, all players may decide to join without an invitation from the mission leader. You may play your cards simultaneously or in any order that the mission leader chooses. Players are not considered allies on these contracts, so all cards that reference allies may not be used. Players then compete to fulfill the most of the 2 requirements listed. If the players tie, the tie is broken in turn order starting with the mission leader. The winner takes the first place reward, second place the second reward, and everyone else, you get nothing. Some crew and ship parts in Overload have special abilities that revolve around collecting and spending Iosphere tokens. When a card tells you to add 1 Iosphere, grab one from the pile and place it on the card. Crew cards that utilize Iospheres are initially played using 1 action like normal, but are not discarded immediately at the end of your turn. They remain in play and are only discarded when no Iospheres remain on the card. Just one last additional rule change from the base game. Players may now freely discard a crew or ship part from the armory at the beginning of their buy phase. After their free discard, they may spend 1 credit to discard a second card, but not a third. And that about covers it. We hope you enjoyed learning how to play Overload. If we missed anything, or you need clarification, or you just want to talk about board games, hit us up on Discord and ask us there. Thanks for watching.